Good evening, everyone. I'm hoping you're all fine. It's been a long time that I'm out. I think in the past 1 month. I've been out in the past 1 month, and I'm hoping you're all fine. Had to take a little bit of some break, as I said earlier, that the market won't be moving from the price of 23,000 or 25K to the price of I think it was 20 to 21. Today the price is at 19K from the lows of 18,233. So yeah, so nothing hasn't moved yet majorly, but some alts were pumping left, right, and center. Some have done 6x, some have done 4x, but those are just the mini cap altcoins. Those are called the risky. They are the highest riskier assets that one can decide to trade on. So yes, with Bitcoin, it hasn't moved. Ethereum just moved because of the merge. I'll be explaining on what has happened on the Ethereum merge, in which Ethereum merge has only assisted Ethereum on becoming part of the control of the global climate change at a rate of 0.2%, compared to how it was when they were using NVIDIA graphic cards and AMD Radeon to mine Ethereum. So currently, if you're mining Ethereum with any graphic cards machine, your returns must be 100% less compared to what you are earning before, when it was at the rate of proof of work. Currently now Ethereum is now at proof of stake. If you need to add it, if you need to stake Ethereum, you're now staking Ethereum at 32 Ethereum is required for you to be able to stake. And then you can also become a node validator on the Ethereum ecosystem. So here we begin. We are back. I'll be doing sessions as usual during the weekdays, and maybe probably during the weekend on Sunday, but I'll majorly be doing it on Tuesday when it's highly volatile. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, mostly depending on the time. And also, I need to do it on Monday to see how the markets are opening up. We had a breakdown today morning when it was breaking down, but currently it's just pumped. That's also because of the equities market also doing a bit well at a negative 0.37% to 338 on S&P 500. On the Nasdaq is at negative 0.32% and Dow Jones at negative 0.34%. So they have just improved slightly, and that's why Bitcoin has decided to pump from the price of $18,200 to now the current price of $19,100. Yes, so we may begin our session on talking about the Bitcoin meltdown low. So yes, this is the chart of BTC. I'll only be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum today. So this is the price of this is the chart of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we have the 50 exponential moving average, we have the 100 exponential moving average, and then we have the 200 exponential moving average. So we need to start with the chart on the weekly time frame. I like to do it on the weekly time frame, no, on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, give us much of what we need. So first of all, you're seeing BTC almost touched their 100 EMA, almost touched their 100 EMA. So I'm going to give a bit of some comparison for us to see the outlook on what this might seem to be. It is, take it around there, and then here we'll use this and we draw it there, that huge support. You can see that huge support over here. Yeah, you can see the huge support that's up from top to bottom, and then the horizontal line, which is the major support. Now we are going now to see what was also happening over here. You see if you can also having the same thing. And it's a bit shaky. It's a bit shaky. There it is. then there it is. So you can see what happened previously and then what is happening currently. Look at the gap that is being filled between the two graphs. Look at the gap that is being filled between the two gaps. You can see there is a low decrease in volume. This chart can tell you that the volume has decreased on the Bitcoin's price because you can see this is larger than this. I don't know by how many inch or meters or centimeters, but according to your naked eyes, this chart over here within the accumulation phase is bigger than what is happening here. That means that a majority of retailers are out of the market. Majority of retailers are out of the market. How much did this fall with? Let's see. Let's see the decrease. How many percent was it decline up to there before it dumped? We are looking at 30 watts. Yeah, we are looking at a 45% decline. Let's see if it's the same as of this. Let me raise this up a bit because it isn't accurate as such. There it is. So let's just say a decline because it isn't accurate over here on the top. Let's just say a decrease of 40%. And then over here, we are seeing a decrease of 45%. So you can see there's a bit of some similarities on when we are about to break this trend. Let me delete this image. Let me delete this image. Then I need to draw something else. So we are looking from here to here. And then you're looking at this gap. And then you're looking at the gap from here, here to here, and then the filling of this gap. So if you're having a decline of 45% in every cycle, so which is the next percentage that you're looking at in case there's a decrease of 40 to 45%? Averagely, you're talking over 45% on the first one, and the second, you're talking between over 40 to 42%. So in general, that's an 87, and you're talking probably on an average of 43% decline. So let's talk of a 43% decline. Let's just talk of a 43% decline. What price will be it at? And there it is. So it's the same price that people are talking about. They're talking on the price of Bitcoin arriving at $10,000. Same similarity, 45%, 42%, and now we are having that average decrease taking us to a negative 44.48%, probably at the price of $10,800. Possibly that might be the bottom of BTC in this bear cycle. Now, within the range that you're looking at currently, this range, has it been able to break away compared to what it did over here? Let me delete this. Has it been able to break below the huge support? No. So immediately you have seen that immediately it breaks the huge support, it takes a decline, moves sideways during the accumulation, and then takes the last wrap. Now, let me try to draw that figure down here. From the top. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there it is. So I'm not going to use that. That one I've just drawn in. So in short, let me take this ghost feed down here. Yes. So you can see the drop that we've been having from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, 3, then to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. Now you're at the segment of 6 within the daily time frame. So the LTF is normally on 6. So we remove this 6 and 5. We talk of from 0. From 5, this is 0 to A, and then you're looking for B segment and C segment. You're looking for B segment and C segment in terms of the Elliott wave. So you move from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. And then from 5, now you move from 0 to A to B to C. But at this point, I only want to talk about the drop that is coming because the Elliott wave won't be able to assist us at this juncture. So the bottom might be at maybe $10,000 to $11,000. That might be the bottom. But I need to make a confirmation that the bottom might be around that phase. If you look at the relative strength index within the daily, we are seeing a relative strength index of 39. That means that we are just in the mid average between a pump and a dump because the highest relative strength index is normally at a rate of 80. The lowest relative strength index rate is normally at a 30. The highest at a 70, the lowest at a 30. Apologies for that. So in short, what does it mean? We are just at the middle of either a pump or a dump. That's why there's a lot of confusion in the market. If I can take this chart to the weekly, it's very different. Bitcoin has been seriously oversold within the weekly because we are seeing a relative strength index of 33 without looking at the stochastic process index, which is also another indicator with also other indicators such as BBWP. Now, if you're able to look at our RSI, which is a relative strength index, we are seeing that BTC has formed a new low. Which other low did it happen where we saw this kind of chart is where that low of 2018. Remember, when BTC dropped at a rate of 50% is where we saw the new low from $7,100 to the bottom of $3,591. That made the relative strength index fall to the rate of 30. Now, on top of that, we have seen another decline where we have touched the relative strength index at 30, went above it a bit, and then we might form another relative strength index lower than 30, maybe to 20, 25, or 22 before another leg up in the market. As you're busy saying that the bear market is here and you should sell, in other words, the whales are beginning to buy their Bitcoin. So this site tells us among the top 100 or top 1,000 or any other wallet that you'll want to see that is controlling BTC at this point. So we are looking at BTC with the wallet margin, which is the largest wallet holding the Bitcoin price. So able to look at this chart with Bitcoin holding the largest price, we have one individual that is holding a 1.32% circulation of BTC worth 4 billion 712,055,270. As we move along, it begins to decrease. So let's look at the top wallet. Has the top wallet injected anything into his wallet? By that I mean purchasing any amount of BTC onto his wallet. The last time this account transacted with BTC was at which date? Let's look. This is the last time, this is the last moment that they did that. And it was on, if I can check it well, it was on 2022 01/27. So this was between when the bear market began, and they sold what 6,022 BTC worth $217 million. It went at a net deficit of negative 666,314,000. They also removed another one worth 6,859 BTC, worth again in a negative of negative 666,314,000. Let's move on to the second wallet. When's the last time that the second wallet was able to interact from either the cold wallet. This was in 2021, 11, 12. So this guy almost sold at the top at what, negative 10,000 BTC. But the third wallet is where it gets tricky. And we're saying the third wallet, let me the third wallet is the one that have been able to add a bit of some BTC. The third wallet added 1,199 BTC, sold some BTC at 2022 9/13, negative 1,000 BTC, and then bought more. So that is an addition of 200 BTC. He or she has been able to purchase more BTC at 200 BTC. So he or she sold BTC with negative 1,000 BTC at 22,334, and now has been able to buy more BTC at 1,200 BTC at the price of 19,591. So in short, whales are adding up on their books onto BTC as retailers like us are selling onto their BTC. Another date that he or she was able to purchase more BTC was this month, worth plus 163 BTC, which was 1 week ago. That's an estimation. Another addition is at 96 BTC at the date of where is it? At the date of 908. Then another purchase of BTC worth 923 BTC at the date of 907. So he or she has been accumulating more BTC, especially this month. Another BTC is also added this month at 478 BTC. Another one was added last month during the bear market worth 1,153 BTC. So this individual, whether it's a he or a she, has been toppling up on BTC, topping up between 1000 BTC, 2000, 3000, 4000 BTC on top. So he or she might become a whale maybe in the next run. So he or she has 125,000, no, he or she has 137,765 BTC. The second largest holder has 168,010 BTC. So if this individual's wallet is able to top up more BTC, then I can guarantee you that he or she will surpass the cold wallet on Bitfinex worth 168,010 BTC, and then the wallet Binance Cold wallet worth 259,557 BTC. So whales are stacking up while retailers are running away from the price of the market. The question is, you are selling, are you selling to buy it cheaper, or you're selling Bitcoin to buy it more expensive on the within time frames of weeks, months, days, or years? If you can move over to the next thing, we can look at our open interest. We're seeing that the open interest has increased on a total of 0.16% within the 1 hour time frame. 4-hour change is at 0.52%, and then at the 24-hour change is at negative 3.92%. So the funny thing is, what really happened over here? What really happened is that the whales were able to create liquidation points for people to be able to get attracted to. Those liquidation points were targets for them to grab some liquidity. By grabbing liquidity, what do I simply mean? Look at these vector candles. You can see those large red vector candles just 4 hours ago. BTC dropped from 19,367, dropped to 18,826, accumulated along the way, then dropped to 18,236, and then all of a sudden, now it's pumping on large green vector candles, accumulated, again another green vector candle is ready to pump, and now you're seeing at the price of 19,162. So let me open my calculator. So if you're able to see the chart over here, look at it between the look at the liquidity that has been able to be surpassed at 19,100. This is a large bubble. That means a large sell order at the price of $19,200 in price of Bitcoin. Price of Bitcoin was at 18,800 to 18,200. What did they do? They lured retailers to start shorting their price at the price of 18,800 to the price of 18,200. They pumped up the liquidity, from 18,200 to now the price of 19,145. That's now an increase of 5%. If we had an individual that was able to trade at this range with a 10x leverage for position, now you're talking over 5%. That is times 5. That is 50%. If you are shorting, you're currently down 50% on your portfolio. But if you're going long, you are now 50% up on your margin of portfolio. So what happened? They induced you to go short rather than them when the New York session was about to open, they were going long on that session. So the market pumped all of a sudden within 5%, and some traders have already lost money at this price, worth 50%, 40%, 30%, 20%. So what's the best advice that I will give you? The best advice I will give you is that please stop leveraging the price of Bitcoin at this range, because Bitcoin isn't moving the range from $23,000 to the price of $18,000. If you're trying to trade between the price of $23,000 to the price of $18,000, that means that you'll have to increase your leverage position, because the margin profit and the margin losses are quite low. The lower the volume, the higher the leverage. The higher the leverage, the lower the volume. Simple as that. That's how you need to understand the trade. If you're looking at order that is being kept up at the price of 19,500, there's a huge sell all over here, and that's why you're seeing there's accumulation of the red color that is there. So there's a huge sell all at 19,500, worth 163 BTC. So if I'm multiplying that by the price of Bitcoin at 19,500, I'm seeing that sell order is at $3,178,500. Again, I'm seeing another order at $18,000. So what did they do? They moved their orders up. They had their orders at $17,000. They had their orders at $17,500. Now, what have they decided? They have decided to move the orders from $17,000, $17,500 to now the price of $18,000. So 18,000 BTC. So 18,000 BTC times 19,500, we are talking of $351 million in price. No, it is at $18,000 in price. The order is at 738. Apologies for that. 738. My mind wasn't here. So the order you can see below is 738. So 738 times 19,500. We are talking of $14,391,000. $14,391,000. I need to keep that on the chart for us to look at it. The price of $18,000. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So I need to draw a bit of some chart over here. There it is. And there. So it has 14,391. And there it is, 14,391,000. Now we go to move to next. At 16,000, we are seeing orders at 694 BTC. It is. So how much was it? We are talking of 694. So 694 times 19,100, talking of orders of 13,225. 13,255,400. And then another price target we're looking at, as the last one, is at $15, worth 784. So it's at 15K. It is 15K. So it is at 784. So 784 times 19,200. You're looking at orders of $15 million, ladies and gentlemen. 052 800. So you can see where there are large liquidation levels that is being looked at. The large orders where majority of people have kept their orders. So it's at 18K, 16K, and then 15 mil, and then at 15K we are seeing 15 million. At 16K we are seeing 13 million, and then at 18K we are seeing at 14,391,000 dollars. Now, if you're able to look at the chart, I've already shown you guys the chart that whatever is about to happen is that we are about to break this triangular form over here. When we broke this triangular form over here, we had that huge decline. Just look at what happened at this chart at the price of 36 to 36,457. We had that huge breakdown moving low. How many times did we test it? We tested it. So how long did we test? We tested it once, twice, and then the third time is when we broke down from that price. How many times have we been moving at this range? We've moved here once and twice. So the next time we might be moving accumulation, maybe up to September or October, and then we break down from here. Breaking down from here doesn't guarantee us that it's going now to bottom down. Getting down from here is now next is where we are looking at the average point that we need to drop onto. The first target you are looking at is at 18,000. There's a huge buy orders there. At $18,000 in price, we are seeing orders worth 14,391,000. 14,391,000. Will we be able to break that sell wall? Yes. Next up is what? $16,000 worth 13,255,000. So if we break the first level of the 14,391,000, then breaking the next 13,255,000 will take a lot of time because there's less volume in the market. So yes, will drop up to 13,255,000. Looking at the next target, and then the last target you're looking at is at $15,000 worth $15,100,000 in price. These are the major targets that we are looking at, and that's why the liquidation level that is on the upper side and orders that we're seeing on the lower side are quite different. There was large liquidity that was happening over here. Currently, we are seeing that there's still liquidity at the price of 19,550, or between 19,500 to 19,550, worth the amount of 200 Bitcoin. These whales or the market makers can be able to tap that liquidity at the price of 19,550 before taking us down further. But are we seeing any large sell wall orders? By sell wall orders, I'm meaning huge sell wall orders that is happening on the higher side. We're not seeing any sell wall orders at 20K, which is a sell wall order. None. We're not seeing any sell wall orders at 20,500, 21,000, 21,500, 22,000, 20,500, 23K, and then 23,500. But you're only seeing the sell orders at 19,500, in which you're having much difficulty breaking it. If you're able to break the $19,500 in price, worth 144 BTC, which is keeping us at bay, then that amount that is there is worth 2,808,000. If you're able to break the sell wall worth of 2,808,000, then we might be moving up to the other targets which you are not seeing any sell wall, but the market makers will have to create a sell wall at that price for us not to pass it and maybe hit some top liquidation levels, head back down. Again, if you're seeing the orders here, which is on the yellow, it seems like it's an accumulation. You can see whenever you're pumping up, the yellow dark lines are starting to appear darker. This one is also started appearing darker. So it's now growing from 111 to now 113 worth of BTC. Now it's at 113.4. Look at the green to the red. That means there's large buyers that are coming in at the price of 19,200 to 19,100 in the price of BTC. So if you're able to break this sell all at 19,200 to 300, especially at the 19,500, then we are talking of tapping at 20k. That means we'll already attack this sell order, attack these sell orders, and then you're looking at the next liquidation levels that you need to look at. So don't be shocked if you see Bitcoin coming back to the price of $23,000 or maybe $22,000, and then for us to dump immediately from 22k maybe to the last low of $11,000. So that is what might just happen within the shorter time frame on Bitcoin. So whatever I've said is that I'm highly discouraging trading at these levels. Look at the red vector candles are now popping up at 19,300. They've increased from 113 to 326 to 328. Now those orders are gone. When Bitcoin has already tapped that liquidity, it's now reduced from 300 to 250, coming back to 311. So it's a major issue that's happening between the price of 19,300 to the price of 19,200 in price of BTC. So those are the tap-in liquidities that you need to look at the shorter time frame. Yes, we are able to combat, or we are able to over counter the red vector candle that was happening over here, but able to combat this large vector candle at 19,367. Just know that now we might go bullish maybe to the price of $21,000 or to the price of $22,000. About the global economic state, yes, we at the macro still seems ugly, but we are still looking for other lows, especially during the mid-term election, which is happening within 2 months' time. After the mid-term election is when Bitcoin normally drops majorly on an average of 50 to 30% immediately. So those are the lows that I am looking at personally to see how low will we be able to go. So it tapped the liquidity at 18,200. You can see that vector. We are able to combat that vector. Now we are pumping back up. So the question is, which is the next target that you are looking at? If you're able to arrive at this target, just arrive at, if you're able to just move above 20,814, probably you might be able to tap some liquidity at 21,170 before now basing on this triangle. If you're able to pass this bearish triangle and move up above it, then that will seem bullish on BTC. Did you see any bullishness when we broke out this? We didn't break out from this bearish triangle. We continued moving back down. We tapped it once, we tapped it twice. Same thing has also happened over here. We've tapped it once and then we've tapped it twice. So that means that it's highly likely that you are going to range within this triangle, then probably tap at 20,800 to 21,100, and then move down to maybe 11k, 10k, 15k, 16k as probably, maybe, but not financial advice. I'm the worst financial advisor. We might tap in that below of 10k, $9,000, $11,000 as the last wrap. So this is the point where I will talk about capitulation on the crypto market. Currently, majority of people are out of the market, and if Bitcoin is able to arrive at $11,000, then I want to be seeing people getting into the market because they'll be in a lot of fear. Bitcoin has just dropped 83 to 85%. Now, on the next session I'll be doing, I'll be talking about probably the breakout points that we've been doing in the crypto space, and then where the bottom might be. Maybe where the bottom might be, and also on the time horizon on where the bottom might catch us up to. If you look at the liquidations today, let's try to look at the amount of people that have been liquidated today. Was it too much, or people were expecting it? So how much is it within 24 hours? $442.36 million. Majority have been wrecked. $442.36 million. The last time that it was highest, it was on the date of August 20th, where the liquidation point was worth $562.03 million. That was on the longs were liquidated at the price of 20,812, and the shorts were liquidated at the price of $79 million. So currently you are seeing another one that has formed up where the longs had to pay worth 167.355 million today and shorts at $56.8 million, and the previous one was worth at 225, which was yesterday, $225.386 million that were liquidated compared to the $40.65 million. So I'm waiting for the large liquidation level that might happen on longs. This is the time that the longs were closed out at 21,360. Shorts were liquidated at $305 million. Longs at $87.1 million. So I'm waiting for that last capush where to liquidate majority of the long. Last capush immediately, and then now we can start talking of the next market where the market has been able to reset, refresh, and then we wait for the next bull run that's going to start soon. Maybe the 4-year cycle is not there in the crypto space or on the Bitcoin, but now we are talking of another cycle that also happens on the stock cycle between 8 to 10 years. So be careful leveraging. I won't encourage anyone to leverage at this point. It's quite risky, but it's upon you to choose whether you are 100% sure, guaranteed that you're able to short or long at this point, or you want to go and give it a rest on the stable coins or short Bitcoin, maybe the 1x or 2x back, maybe the price of 18,000 or 17 or 16. Close your position, start buying. Another option can also be dollar cost averaging. Just look at what has happened to the S&P 500 today. S&P 500 has pumped to a level of 0.12%. It's up today. Nasdaq is up 0.006%. Dow Jones is up 0.24%. So everyone was going short. What has happened? They have been wrecked. They have been liquidated, especially those that are having leverage position of 50x and 100x. Look at Apple, look at Tesla, look at Netflix. These are tech stocks. They are doing quite well. And then look at oil. Oil is decreasing. Today's at 82 to 81. Current is at 84.58, but the lowest it was at 82.11. So these are the strange things that's why I'm discouraging anyone to go long or short right now. You might be easily wrecked in this market. So the next session that I'll be doing, I'll be trying to talk about the bear market, probably the bottom that might happen, with the macro outlook that also might be in the market. I won't want to talk about everything today, but there's still time tomorrow and on Wednesday, especially on the midweek. That is on Wednesday, is when I'll be able to talk much about what might happen on the long term and then what might happen on the short term. So stay tuned for the next video or the next session, which will be a very, very important session. So all I like to you guys is take care. I wish you well. Have a blessed week till we meet probably tomorrow or on Wednesday. Take note of what I've said. And I think some of you will want me to just do a bit of some analysis on BTC. So let me delete all these indicators drawings. Okay, now this one is in the weekly time frame. Before I leave, this one is in the weekly time frame. So first of all, there's a huge support of Bitcoin at this range. This range. Now, should we have a retest to $21,412? Yes, we might have a retest at $21,211. We might have a retest over here. Whatever retest over here, and then the maximum point that I'm looking at interest is over here. That is at 23,417. But how high can we go to 23,471? That's quite easily for us to go to that price. So majorly I'm measuring on 21,347 since we're going green. So if you're able to tap that liquidity at 21,347, then I'll be looking. Let me take this drawing. So if you're able to tap this liquidity, pump, 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 tap the liquidity, retest maybe back down, tap the liquidity again, move back up, and then from there we now have that rag going down. That is what might happen over there. So that's why I'm discouraging people to leverage at this point. Buy Bitcoin on spot, get a 5%, or buy Ethereum, get a 5%, 10%, come out. Don't be greedy at this point. So I'm looking at the first range of 21,347 to the next price range of 23,471. I'm not seeing any reversal on the stochastic relative strength index, and I'm also not seeing any reverse on the relative strength index. So that means things are quite bearish. Things are still bearish. So only the tap in at 21,347 is the target that I'm looking at. And then we can now have that drop that we've all been waiting for as a capitulation level. That is on Bitcoin. And on Ethereum, after the Ethereum merge, there's nothing bullish that is here now. People are quite negative about the Ethereum. I'm just looking at the price that Ethereum can drop up to when I was drawing this chart out. So if Bitcoin is able, if Ethereum is able to drop just below this target that I'm looking at, this target over here, at 1,370, then I'm looking at the accumulation target at the price of 1,205, and then another accumulation price target of 889. So if we're able to drop, we'll probably have a dump like this, have a bit of some bounce, accumulate, break down, and then range between this range for some bit of some time, and then from there form another low, maybe to the price of 600, and then immediately bounce up. So my target for Bitcoin at the lowest, in which I'll do in the next session, might be at between 500 and $600. So that is the 50% decline from the price it is right now. You're asking me, why am I saying that from 1,400 to 1,700 to $700, 600? That's a lot because it's a 50 to 60%. I am looking at Bitcoin dropping maybe to a level of 40 to 30% decline from here. Now, this is not financial advice though. Then I'm looking at Ethereum dropping another 50%. Why am I saying that? Look at where Bitcoin pumped. This is not where Bitcoin is supposed to be right now, but due to the merge, Bitcoin was able to pump from $1,000 to even $2,000 just because of the Ethereum merge. Now that the Ethereum merge is over, there's nothing that anyone is waiting for. There's nothing bullish on this Ethereum merge. So what happened? We dropped, we pumped, and now we are dropping. So if you're dropping, the lows of this Ethereum should be at within $1,000, 1,100 to $900, where Bitcoin also is at almost at its lowest of 17K. But now we are seeing a pump that is above the $1,000, worth 37%. That's what I'm saying. If Bitcoin is able to break 1,205, between $1,000 and 1,205, that will be a major decline. And the next target I'll be looking at is a 600. And by $600, I'm not meaning Bitcoin will arrive at $600 and relax, but maybe you might expect a week. By a week, I mean a tap in. $600, pump back up above $900, or hit $700, $800, then it will start pumping immediately and immediately and immediately. So that's the tap in liquidities that I'm looking at, and the price target that I'm looking at for Ethereum. For the newcomers, you're all welcome. You can also click and subscribe to the channel. You can remember to like the video and also click on the subscribe channel, and also turn on the notification to be able to get the content immediately I go live. And also you can join the telegram group channel, in which I think the link is on my bio on the YouTube profile. It's there. So there isn't any other thing that I would want to say, but the things that I'll tell you guys is, please take care at those margin levels that I've talked about. Don't try to leverage highly, leverage on a maximum of 2x to 3x, but nothing over here is financial advice. It's only for entertainment purposes only. So have a blessed week. and we shall meet each other probably tomorrow or on Wednesday when something major happens. So the next session I'll be doing is about the drop on what I'm expecting on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So cheers and be blessed.